Hello again, I'm Geetha Gurumurthy. You're watching Impact here at the BBC. Now, a key part of YouTube's system for reporting people who leave sexualised comments on videos of children has not been functioning correctly for more than a year. According to volunteer moderators with inside knowledge of the site, companies including Mars, Cadbury and Lidl have now suspended advertising on YouTube just because of concerns about sexually explicit comments appearing beneath videos of children on the site. YouTube has insisted it acts quickly on any reports of inappropriate material. Elizabeth Cassin has this report.
Here's a list of comments that BBC Trending found on YouTube videos of children. They're too shocking for me to show you, but many of them are graphic and sexual. Although the videos themselves were completely innocent, there are attempts by adults to collect personal information from children and requests for them to remove clothing. These are a clear violation of YouTube's child endangerment policies, so you might expect that comments like these would be removed immediately once reported, but no. It's claimed that one key part of YouTube's mechanism for reporting comments like these hasn't been working properly for over a year. So some obscene comments directed at children have remained on the site. The problem was first brought to our attention by a group of YouTube's trusted flaggers. They're YouTube's volunteer moderators who flag up inappropriate content. So we put YouTube's reporting function to the test ourselves. A few weeks ago, the Trending team reported 28 accounts from this list to YouTube using their public reporting mechanism. 2 weeks later, 23 of these accounts still remained on the site. But when we approached YouTube as journalists, they removed the remaining ones right away. YouTube declined to give us an interview. Instead, they sent us this statement. We take child safety extremely seriously and have clear policies against child endangerment. We have systems in place to take swift action on this content, with dedicated policy specialists reviewing and removing flagged material around the clock. They've since announced they will completely disable comments on videos where there has been sexualised comments directed at children. We took our list of comments to Anne Longfield, the Children's Commissioner for England. She advises the government on issues that involve vulnerable children.
They're clearly inappropriate. Highly sexual comments around individual children on the site, some very, very highly sexual wording. The sheer volume of this is over a short period of time is really very, very worrying. And again, this is something that I'll be asking YouTube to respond to very swiftly with reassurances that this cannot continue to happen.
So if you're a parent, what steps can you take to keep your child safe on YouTube?
What we'd encourage parents to do is to have conversations with their children about how to stay safe online, and for that just to really be a regular part of the conversation they have with children. Parents would ask children how their day at school was, ask about what they're doing online and if they've encountered any risks. If they have particular concerns, we'd also encourage them to get in contact with us. They can call the NSPCC helpline and we can walk them through practical steps to help to make sure that they keep their children safe.
Elizabeth Cassin with that report. Let's get more now on all this from cyber psychologist Dr. Mary Aiken. Thanks for joining us. What's your initial response to this report? Are you surprised?
Unfortunately, I'm not surprised because I've been worrying of these dangers for quite some time now. The problem is the internet is not fit for purpose for children. It is shocking and alarming that children are being targeted in this way, and that an enterprise is facilitating that targeting.
Do you think it is actually possible for any social media or internet company to have enough resources to ever make it completely safe?
That's a good question. Effectively, we're dealing with a big data problem, and it may be that this model is fundamentally flawed. I mean, YouTube themselves talk about hundreds of thousands of flagged items per day. How can they possibly keep up with that? Now, you can use machine intelligence solutions, but we don't have machine intelligence systems, artificial intelligence systems that can moderate video content real time. And therefore, I believe that until these platforms can be made safe, parents should be boycotting them. Why should their children be exposed to this content? In fact, why should young children be on YouTube at all, given that the age required to use this platform, the age threshold is 13?
Now, you say you're a cyber psychologist. Can you just explain what that means? And does that give you an insight into the mental health effects of children who might be targeted?
Absolutely. So cyberpsychology is the study of the impact of technology on human behavior. It's an advanced discipline within applied psychology. My specialist area is forensic cyberpsychology, which deals with criminal, deviant, and abnormal behavior online. So this is directly in my area of expertise. And as an expert, I have called on the Commissioner, Anne Longfield, the UK Commissioner, and any Commissioner in any jurisdiction with responsibility for children in cyber contexts to urgently demand an external investigation to what happened at YouTube. It's not acceptable that they do yet again another in-house job of, well, we're going to try harder or we're going to increase moderation. We need transparency. We need to understand how do their systems work in terms of human moderators, how do their artificial intelligence systems work, and what are their corporate policies. So these need to be made public. When you're using volunteer moderators and you're talking simultaneously about having robust protocols, volunteer and robust do not fit together well.
Is it possible, though, for any posts that are, awful, to be screened out? I mean, is that technologically possible? Do you know?
Absolutely. So you can screen for semantic content within written posts. It gets more difficult when you start looking at video content. So what we're seeing is what's called creepy content. So something masquerading as Peppa Pig with actually hardcore, extreme, or violent content embedded into the video. Now, let me give you an example. A parent may sit down with their child and put on a Peppa Pig video, for example, and then the algorithms that underlie the process will then offer another video, another video, another video. So the parent doesn't know 5 videos in what their child is looking at and whether this is content that has been manipulated.
Right.
And this manipulation is sinister. This is people with deviant, sadistic, or pathological intent creating videos to effectively troll toddlers.
OK, Dr. Mary Aiken, I'm so sorry to interrupt and stop you there, but I think we get a picture of this. Thanks very much for your time.